This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com.
Hi everybody, welcome to yet another review. Today what are we looking at? A game that I played during the 24-hour marathon on the Dice Tower, Ethnos, and I was lost at first, but I really liked this game and I couldn't wait for it to come out. And now it's here, and man, I can't wait to play this yet again. This is a lot of fun. So let's just get a brief overview on what goes on with it. Let's head down to the table and take a look. Now I'm going to give you the nickel-dime tour of this game. If you really want to see how this is played step by step, I suggest you go over to Watch It Played. Rodney Smith does an excellent job explaining how to play this game, and this is a very good game to play. I'm just going to show you a couple quick things, so maybe you'll say, oh, I would definitely want to go check out that video if you haven't already. As you can see, this is kind of a set collection type of game. So you're going to start with one card, and you're going to keep on, you're going to pick cards from here or from this particular deck. When you pick this card, you have to keep it. You can only have 10 cards in your hands. What you're trying to do is, number one, build sets over here for the end of the round. Number two, control provinces, because as you control the provinces, you will get certain amounts of points, which the whole point of this game is to get as many victory points as possible. The cards are different. You have different types of type. You have blue cards, orange cards, green cards, purple cards, and of course red cards here, and different factions: centaurs, elves, halflings, and centaurs. Each of them have a power underneath it, and you can assign them as your leader when you lay down your cards. Now, what do you do to lay down cards? Well, in this particular instance here, this person has two armies here. So what we're trying to do is whoever has the most armies is going to get the most points at the end of that particular age. So in order for me to add another thing here, I have to beat that. Now, if I had no armies here, and nobody has armies here, I can claim it by just putting down one orc, and then I would be able to put one onto the space here. But in order to take this, I would have to put down another orc, either of the same color, okay, or I can have two of different colors as long as they're orcs. Or I can have different types of units but of the same color. So you see how this kind of works. And then I have to designate one as my leader, and I would get that particular ability. I would then be able to put this on here, and then we would be even, and we would split the points at the end of the round. Obviously, at the end of the round, 2 points isn't a lot to split. But also, because I've laid this down, I'm going to put this off to the side. Because at the end, because I played 2 cards, I will get 1 victory point at the end. Now, as I draw cards, I may run into dragons. Once 3 dragons appear, boy, did you see that? That's pretty lucky. No, actually, I set that there. And then once the 3rd dragon comes out, that's the end of the age. Everybody stops and counts up their things. There's all types of different things. There are mermen with special powers. There are giants. There are skeletons that are kind of like wild cards, but you can't count up at the end of the round because they're dead. Get it? Okay, but a lot of things go on, and it's just very intriguing. Do you put down a card to pick up a card? Do you when you have to discard something, you have to really think of what you're doing, because there is a whole thing going on here. The other person's trying to build as many sets too. So there's a lot of strategy. Do you go for the biggest hands, or do you try to control as many provinces as you can and try to get those points that way? Or do you, with the mermen, there are different ways to get points on their chart. So there's a whole bunch going on. And just to show you the merman chart very quickly, just to show you that you can do a whole thing with that and get a whole bunch of points that way. So there's just so many wonderful things that go on with this game. Go over to Rodney's channel and definitely check out his watch it played video, because he does a fantastic job explaining these rules, a lot better than I ever could. But we're just here to get my final thoughts on it, and the best way to do that is to head it up top and see what I think about this game. Wow, this is just a lot of fun. I like how everything kind of, how you can drug up points. First of all, it's your area control. You're trying to control certain areas, but also you're also trying to put out sets of things to get additional victory points. This game is just a lot of fun. There's a lot going on, and you really have to be strategic, because boy, do I put that card down, because I know that person across from me probably is going to need it, and I don't want them to get it. And you know, and then you're hoping that they put down something that you need. Then the different types of things with the mermen and the giants and all that stuff, and just trying to find different ways to gather points. There's a lot of different ways, but very hard to master. This game definitely gets a 4 out of 5 stars from me. I really, really enjoyed this. So, until next time, I'm Rob Orn, and we will see you soon.